Hey y'all, I am back. Well, before I get into my thoughts and opinion about emptiness relationship gurus, I want to talk about this. This is very dear to me. Am I the only one that avoid school school texting, like Class JoJo? Am I the only one that don't do that? Cause y'all, when I tell you, my daughter's teacher called me today, and at first I'm like, okay, she must have been bad. Now I found out she wasn't bad. They actually changed the way of they're doing their schoolwork. I'm assuming, and my daughter is behind. So I'm like, okay, so how do we get her from not being behind? Because I don't want, if she's still got a good average, a great average, I need to know what's going on. Okay. So basically, long story short, they just split, they just start doing stuff online. And I'm like, oh my gosh, okay, we'll do it at home. She got some assignments to knock out. We're going to make sure that happens. Okay. So as you know, he said, by the way, do you have Class JoJo? I'm like, and I didn't lie, but I just didn't try to update it. No way, shape, how. So what I did was I told him I couldn't get on it. But y'all, when I tell you last year or the year before, I think I quit last year. But I think the year before, one of my son's teacher used to text us all the time. And I was like, oh hell no. So now they have Class JoJo and teachers are still texting all the time, but now they're calling like, hey, I can't get through you from Class JoJo. I'm like, because I don't have Class JoJo. But now I'm gonna have to put Class JoJo on something, a tablet or something. Because y'all, I tell you, I don't want to be bothered with Class JoJo. I don't want to be bothered. But y'all, let me go in real quick and talk about this because I feel like this might not never be heard or people might never take heed to it. But it gotta be some type of balance in real life that money can't be your solely happiness when it comes to a relationship. Your looks cannot be the sole purpose of your happiness. It gotta be something called love. And these like relationship gurus, now we all saw how Kevin Samuels went down. We all saw how Jack, what's his name? Derek Jack went down. We see how some of these people actually go down when they're telling you about how to get a mate, how to be a strong, self-esteem woman, how to have a come up, how to be all this stuff, but they never talk about love. And y'all, when I heard this one guy, and I always hear women say it, but I never heard a man say it. He said, I need to learn how to love myself better. I never heard a man say that. And I'm so glad I heard that. And he's younger. That's what people really need to hear is love. How to love themselves. Not to have to find the best man to have the money. This lady seven looked like a duck in a headlight. Just a duck stuck in the street with headlights on them, telling you that if you're cute, you're pretty, you don't belong with a dusty. And if you're ugly, you won't get a dusty, but get cute. You're 45 years old. And that's all you can talk about these 11 years that you've been on YouTube. Y'all, she never had a video of how she loves her husband, what she loves about her husband. Like, y'all, some of us need to understand that. because money is never going to be the happiness of our problems. Just look at ISIS over there. ISIS had to freaking fake it. She wasn't together. 3 baby daddies. And want to tell y'all, baby, this is not cute. This is not cute. This is not how you get you a. This is not how to be a trophy. Well, trophies don't open their legs to every Tom, Dick, and Harry as well. I'm sorry. Trump's wife was a trophy wife. Didn't have no kids when she met him. She looked like money, still looked like money. When Trump when Trump leaves her for a younger woman, she's still gonna look like money. Look at his first wife, his second wife. All these ladies, they look like money after these men. They might be a trophy wife. Even his side chick that he had a baby with looked like money. That's crazy to me. Now, do I feel like they love Trump? They probably can find few things they love about him. But this lady is saying, "Oh, my man is not attractive. He's not what I was attracted to." And y'all taking love advice from this woman? You're going to be miserable like she is. Women that take advice from Samuel, they're freaking miserable. Can you imagine somebody telling you they don't have a man, but they telling you that they listen to Kevin Samuel and they're confused as all get ups because they're listening to emptiness people. Emptiness. I want to see people that talk about love. If I'm going to take relationship, I need to see that you're in love with somebody. I need to see that you really like who you like. See, nowadays, if he's buying you something, you can take off his looks. If he's buying you something, you can take off that he's not tall. He's buying you something, you can take him. He's putting you in the house, he's not paying your bills. But what else do you have to put up with? How I can't understand. I could never be that woman that just don't like being with the person that I do to. And I let people know he's not my type. Nope, he was never my type because he got money. That is the worst sign my name to slavery that I ever knew in my life. I don't know if y'all know this. I'm not going to go to good times, but I will say on what show was it? It was the Roseanne story, right? Now, they might not have been flashy, they might not have been the cutest couple ever, but those two characters, Dan and Roseanne, they showed love for each other. Of course, he had to have some type of swag. Of course, he had to provide, but you could tell if that wasn't a show and you were just watching, you would tell that those two love each other. That lady and her husband, I know that they don't love each other. Isis and her husband, I know she don't love him. Why? It's because it's all about me. Yeah, I told that guy, I told y'all, I told him, we was talking, he's like, "How do you know I know the one, right?" It sounds crazy. I said, "Well, you will." And I told him, I said, "You go on a date with her." I said, "You peep out what she buys, but you order first. You order the smallest thing in the menu. You look at the price, and if she tries to get something bigger than what you got, Or for example, if she gets a steak dinner and she order a baked potato and french fries, you watch her not offer you nothing, or you can see she'll say, hey, give him my salad and I'll take another salad. And if she splits her meal with you, that might be the one. But if she's looking at what you can give her, she's not the one. He said he never looked at it like that. It's just a certain greediness. See, Isis definitely showed me she was very greedy in her relationship in the beginning, and it was easy for him to manipulate. Because I don't feel like he had the money that she's portraying that he had. And that seven chick, they're not living like she wants the world to know that she's living. I mean, she might have nice things, but you never really see her taking vacations. And these 7 years, you don't see these 11 years, you don't see her talking about, oh, we went to Bermuda, we went here. She got a passport, she got to renew another passport. You never hear her talking like that. But she's telling y'all, don't get a dusty. If y'all gotta go half on him, and I'm not a big believer on going half either. I'm not going to even lie to you. I'm not going to hold you. I'm not a big believer of going half. I'm not. Um, I only when I say that is if we're not married, I'm not going half with you. Um, and either when I'm married, we don't need to go half. There got to be some discipline in our finances. Of course, I'm not going half because you're the provider, but I will have whatever you put in your bills. Let's try to put it in savings. I'll do that with my money only for about a year worth of our bills, right? Only makes sense. We don't need to have half the bill and then you can go play with the other half with another Sally. No, we're not doing that. And the same thing for me. I'm not going to go out here and play and have fun and go out with the girls. I'm going to have to put in with the work of the house. So when that furnace goes out, that water was that hot water heater goes out, we have the money. We're not looking at each other for half. We have the money. No questions. Um, I believe in, yes, I should not. You want to come home to peace? I'm not, you won't come home to peace if I have to worry about half. You just won't. Because that means that I won't be able to cook. I won't be able to enjoy, you know what I'm saying? Like, I want to be able to clean peacefully. I want not worry about half. I want to cook in a good environment, not worry about half. Because I'm sorry, we came together as whole. So you make sure the bills are paid, and I make sure you got happiness at home, and that's all. And so I'm a hard believer. I don't believe in half. So with listen to these gurus, they're gonna set these women up for failure. You get what I'm saying? Like you just sitting on your butt. What if something happened? I'm sorry. Things happen. My car broke. My car broke down and it's in the shop. And I had to get another car. And they still expect that same payment. Life still goes on. And you're setting yourself up for failure. I feel like either way, you're getting a man that just pay all the bills and you sit at home, you're setting yourself up for failure. If you're going half with a man, you're setting yourself up for failure. There got to be some discipline. And a lot of women, some women are privileged to not to have to go happen, not to save, but their man is saying, hey, okay, you're a better store over money, so here's the money. There's some men that's actually like that. I I personally, y'all, I don't know if y'all seen that movie Fencing, Fences with Denzel, and he's like, woman, all I ask for is the portion that you give me. And y'all get what I'm saying? Like, y'all get what I'm saying? Like, that's the reason why I won't go half. I will make sure you're not going out there and having a baby on me. But you know what I'm saying? Like, what? Excuse me? Yeah, but that movie is very deep. If you ever are into a relationship, you want a relationship, that movie right there is deep. To be that woman that you have to go through hell. You get abused by this man daily. For him to tell you that another woman can make him smile and give him joy by laughter. Girl, she's a good one because I think I would have to beat him upside the head. You ain't gonna do that to me. I had to put up a hell with you. And it okay, cool. But but yeah, I just feel like these gurus is setting these ladies up for failure. And that seven girl, y'all know Twinkle Twinkle, Sprinkle Sprinkle. Yeah, she's definitely going us. And and I was sitting there watching her live, and people are giving her donations, right? And these are like small donations, and I'm sitting here low key like, man, your husband got you out here literally panhandling. Like low key, if you look at it my way, your man got you out here panhandling. You're not making money when you get on here on YouTube. You panhandle, you waiting for somebody to watch you. So that tells me that you probably need a revenue. Your man don't pay. Y'all, I don't believe that. Her man do not pay. And the lady I'm talking about is Sheree Seven, Sheree Seven. Um, yeah. I feel like, that's all smoke and mirrors. Those women like that is definitely smoke and mirrors. And ISIS got hoodwinked. But I want to go and do a video of her where she said, um, I lived with him after 3 months. What? And that's that desperate measure shit right there. Like ISIS had desperate measures, right? Because she didn't have a place like her house. She moved in with the first guy, and her apartment was her apartment was she had to renew her lease. So one of the guys said before she married her husband, he was like, yeah, you can move with me and the boys. You and the boys can move with me. So she moved in with him. And then that man and her wasn't seeing eye to eye. So she linked back up with her original husband, OJ. We call him OJ. And they got married within like a couple of weeks. And he's like, well, you gonna live with me, you gonna have to marry me. And that's what happened. So now 3 years later, she got 3 babies with this man that she's now turning around saying that he SA her daughter. Um, and now listening to Seven, I see where she thought that concept was okay. That woman really said what she said. That video was so it should scare y'all. That some women, like you have boyfriends, or not boyfriends, but you have sons, that should scare us. Like, damn, women out here really that thirsty. But y'all, let me go pick up my little people. from their bus stop. And I will talk with y'all later. We might do her video tomorrow. I probably have to come in a little bit earlier, but we'll do her video tomorrow, and we'll have to go and review what she said. And because Isis turned all her stuff around, like she's cleaned her slate, her channel, but this one still has it. And I see why Isis thought, yeah, it's okay for me to move in with a man. If he's paying all the bills, it's okay, but it's not okay. All right, I'll talk to y'all beautiful people later. Bye bye.